Hello everyone, welcome to this series of science lessons. In this presentation, we will study about friction. Friction. You might have noticed on roads, in signals, vehicles slow down at traffic signal. Even when you are riding a bicycle, you need to slow down in the traffic signal when the signal is red. Have you ever thought why vehicles slows down when brakes are applied? It is because of friction between the tires and the road. If there is no friction, there is no way to stop a vehicle or any object in that matter. The object will be going infinitely. Why is it difficult to walk on smooth and wet floor? Because the friction will be less in smooth surface or wet surface. Since there is no friction, since there is no steady standing between your feet and the floor, you cannot stand steadily. Eventually, you will slip at one point if the surface is smooth and wet. Force of friction. Now let us see activity 8.1. Gently push a book. Keep a book on a table, wooden table, and gently push it. After moving for some distance, repeat this activity in the opposite direction. Place a book on a wooden floor or on a wooden table. Push the book in the opposite direction as in the previous one. Thus the book stops in both the cases, pushing forwards and pushing backwards. Yes, book will eventually stop. We know that for every action there is an equivalent opposite reaction. When you push a book in one direction, the surface will oppose the force in the opposite direction. This opposing force is called a force of friction. Is the friction same for all the surfaces? No, the friction is not same for all the surfaces. Does it depend on the smoothness of the surface? Yes, the friction depends on smoothness of the surface. If the surface is more smooth, the friction will be less. If the surface is too rough, the friction will be more. Factors affecting friction. What are the factors that affect the friction? Now let us see activity 8.2. Tie a string around a brick. Tie a string around a brick. This device is a spring balance, generally used to find out the weight of a given object by lifting it. Now tie one end of the string to the spring balance. Now apply some force. Take down the reading when you apply the force. Note down the reading of the spring balance when the brick is just about to move. This gives you a measure of the force of friction between the surface and the brick. Now replace the surface with the polythene. Try to avoid the usage of plastic, but if you have left with some plastic at your home, use that plastic and place it on the surface. Then place a brick on top of the plastic surface. Tie one end of the string to the brick and the other end to the spring balance. Repeat the same activity as we done before. Then note down the readings. Do you think it will be the same readings? Do you think the readings will be same for the first surface and the surface with polythene or plastic sheet? No, readings will be different. The readings in the second case will be lower. The readings when the polythene sheet is placed, the force will be less compared to the first case when there is no polythene sheet, because the friction is reduced in the second situation, in the case where we placed the polythene sheet. Now let us see activity 8.3. Make an inclined plane on a smooth floor or a table. You may use a wooden board supported by bricks or some books. Here we can see make use of a book or a brick and place a wooden slab or a book inclined to the supporting slab. Mark some point on a book or a wooden slab. Call that mark as mark A. Place a used cell, or you can make use of pencil or you can make use of old used cell. Be careful with when working with the cell, and place at mark A and let it slide. Now calculate the distance. Notice that in this situation the floor is a wooden table. Similarly, repeat the same experiment except place a cloth on top of the table with the same configuration. Now again place the cell at this position, mark A, and let it slide. Take the readings of that. How far the cell moves. Do you find any differences between these two cases? Yes, the distance traveled in first case is more and the distance traveled in the second case is less compared to the first one, because there is more friction in the second case compared to the first one. Friction is caused by the irregularities on two surfaces which are in contact. Even the surfaces which appear to be smooth have large number of minute irregularities on them. Here you can take an example of a table, wooden table, and a book. Even the wood appears to be smooth, there are so many irregularities on them. Even the book will have so many irregularities. There will be so many bumps in between the contacts. When we attempt to move any surface, we have to apply force to overcome this interlocking. On rough surfaces there are large number of irregularities, and in the smooth surfaces there are less number of irregularities. We cannot eliminate friction. It is practically impossible. Even on the smoothest surface there will be some irregularities. Now coming back to the discussion, so the force of friction is greater if a rough surface is involved, and the force of friction is lesser when smooth surface is involved. We see that friction is caused by interlocking of irregularities in two surfaces, in both the surfaces, surface and the object. There will be irregularities in both the surfaces. The force of friction will increase if the two surfaces are pressed hard. You can experience this by dragging a mat when nobody is sitting. Let one person sit on the mat. Now try to drag a mat. You will find it difficult to move the mat, right? Because there is some weight involved. As the weight increases, the friction between the surface will also increase. You might have experienced that it is easier to move a box when it is already in movement than compared to when the box is stationary or the box is in rest, because more force is required to overcome the friction when the object is at rest, whereas the force required to keep the object moving is lesser. Now let us name these two frictions. Friction when the object is at stationary and the friction when the object is in movement. An object starts to move from rest position is called static friction, whereas the force required to keep the object moving with the same speed is a measure of sliding friction, and static friction is greater than sliding friction because static friction needs more force, whereas sliding friction needs lesser force compared to the static friction. The content of this recording is borrowed from Karnataka Textbook Society, Bangalore, under Fair Usage Policy. This video is presented by Avari Technologies. Please do hit subscribe button to get more content. Thank you.